My name is Kelly Wilson, and I, along with the superintendent and the Valdosta School Board, welcome you tonight to this open forum. It is our hope that you will receive all of the answers to any and all questions that you have concerning this issue on consolidation. But it is also our desire that you are enlightened on the performance, the programs, and the ongoing plans for growth and improvement by our system. So without further delay, I'm going to introduce you to my fellow board member, Vanessa Flukas, who is going to explain to you how the forum will work tonight.
Good evening, and I also would like to thank you for coming out this evening to the Valdosta City Public Forum on school consolidation. First, I would like to go over the purpose of the public forum and to give you an outline for participation. The purpose of the three public forums sponsored by the Valdosta City Schools is to give the community an opportunity to witness the great things that are happening in our schools. We will also present some of the areas in which we are making the necessary strides to improve performance. We hope this information will assist you in making an informed decision when it comes to the fate of our school system. We don't plan to be before you long. We try to respect your time for this evening. So we have asked that those who have questions to place them on the white note cards that were presented to you outside in the lobby, so they can be provided to our moderator and we can present them to the audience. In the event of a duplicate question, we will ask the question that covers all the questions on that topic the best. We expect everyone to be considerate of both the questions asked and the person responding. There will be an open question period at the end of this evening for questions that may arise during the presentation. During the open question period, each person will be given 60 minutes to ask their question, and the appropriate 60 seconds, I'm sorry. We'd be here all night. 60 seconds to ask their appropriate question, and the responder will have 2 minutes to respond. A timer will be visible up on the screen, on the projection screen at all times to facilitate the maximum participation possible. During this time, you will have an opportunity to ask questions directly of the board members and the staff of the school system. As you can see here, we have all of our board members sitting here. Our assistant superintendents are floating about, and we have some of our principals for schools in our system. Again, we ask that you show respect and that you not ask any questions dealing with individual students or school personnel issues. We expect the audience to act in a respectful manner at all times, and for those who are unable to do so, they will be escorted out of the auditorium. Finally, if we are unable to answer your question during this forum, please come see either Dr. Hudson or Mr. Rush at the conclusion of this presentation, and they will make arrangements to follow up with you. And again, I thank you for coming out this evening. At this point in time, I'm going to introduce Scarlett Brown, who is our assistant superintendent for teaching and learning.
Good evening. Tonight we would like to go over several of our system highlights. This will not be an all-inclusive list, but we wanted to definitely share with you great things that we are doing in Valdosta City Schools. First of all, we wanted to let everyone know that we are proud to have 9 schools within our school district, and that it also includes an early college. We have 5 K-5 elementary schools. One of those schools, WG Nunn, hosts our pre-K classrooms for the district. We have 2 middle schools, our high school, Valdosta High School, which this is a lovely facility, our alternative school, Pineville Learning Center, and then the Valdosta Early College Academy. We are proud that this year we have the highest enrollment in 10 years as of today. Our enrollment is 7,733 students. You can see our breakdown based on pre-K, K-5, 6-8, and our 9-12 program. We also have over 1,000 staff members, personnel, teachers, support staff, administrators, and classified staff throughout our school district. At this time, I'd like to recognize all of the staff that are present here. We have a tremendous amount of staff that are here at this open forum, and we appreciate that. If you are employed by the Valdosta City Schools, would you please stand? We thank you for being here tonight to learn more about issues around consolidation as well as to celebrate the highlights of our system. In addition, we wanted to highlight the student services that are provided to our students in Valdosta City Schools. Over 12% of our students are served through special education services. 7.5% of our students are served in gifted education. We have 1.6% of our population that's served in English to speakers of other language, and this is a growing population for our district. 25% of our students are served in the early intervention program offered in kindergarten through 5th grade. And then we also serve approximately 20% of students in the remedial education program, which provides additional intervention for our students in middle and high school. During the 2008-2009 school year, we began as a district to revisit our vision, mission, and beliefs for Valdosta City Schools. We had numerous meetings with various stakeholders from our school district and from the community, and as we worked to start the process to move towards district accreditation. We were excited last school year in October to host an advanced SACS accreditation committee within our school district, and in February our school district was awarded our initial district accreditation with the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Councils on Accreditation. We were also excited last year to receive quality by the Georgia Accrediting Commission, so we have accreditation through SACS Casey as well as through the Georgia Accrediting Commission. Valdosta City Schools is also very excited to be one of 26 school districts in the state of Georgia that is participating in Georgia's Race to the Top program. Through Race to the Top, our school district, along with 25 other school districts in the state of Georgia, are committed to ambitious school improvement goals. The Race to the Top application for all states in the United States that are participating has four components, and those components are standards and assessments. We will be implementing Common Core GPS, which is part of the Common Core national curriculum that's been developed for ELA and literacy as well as mathematics. In addition, we will be implementing national assessments in our school district in 2013-2014. We are also excited to be part of the process of developing district and statewide benchmarks that will help to look at whether or not our students are performing as they need to be in order to be prepared for the assessments through the PARC assessment that will be administered in 2013-2014. In addition, we are part of the pilot school district that will be implementing a new teacher and leader evaluation instrument. This school year, beginning in January of 2012, our school district, along with the other 25 school districts in the state of Georgia, will be piloting a new teacher and leader evaluation instrument. And we are excited to be part of this process as we look to moving towards more performance-based evaluation for teachers and leaders. In addition, Georgia is committed to implementing a longitudinal data system that will track students' data over 5 years for any student that's been enrolled in a public education in the state of Georgia, or public school system in the state of Georgia. At this time, this system is called the State Longitudinal Data System, and we are on board with this system. We are working with the state to make it possible for parents to also tap into this State Longitudinal Data System and look at assessment data on their child over the last 5 years. We are excited about this opportunity to have information at our fingertips and to move forward with providing information to teachers and leaders and parents as they make decisions for their students and the children we serve. In addition, we are committed to turning around any of our lowest achieving schools across the state. Each of you should have picked up a handout when you came in, and that handout, on one side, it talks about our system initiatives over the past 3 years. If you talk to any of the people that stood up earlier as employees of Valdosta City Schools, they can attest to the fact that we have been on the move. Since Dr. Kaysen took the reins in January of 2008, we have been very busy implementing numerous initiatives within our elementary schools and within our middle and high school to help improve student achievement for all of our students. We are excited to have over 88 students in 4 lottery-funded pre-K classrooms throughout our district, and we are looking to expand and grow our pre-K program so that we can increase the readiness of students entering into kindergarten. Last year, we had full implementation in all of our kindergarten classrooms of the Waterford Early Learning Software Program, which provides reading readiness, mathematics, and science for students. In addition, our elementary classrooms and many of our middle school classrooms offer another computer-based program called Success Maker that provides additional individualized instruction in reading and mathematics. We have reading recovery in all of our classrooms, our first grade classrooms within the elementary schools. In addition, we have embedded within our schedule a reading and intervention and mathematics intervention time in order to provide extended learning opportunities for all of our students in our K-5 schools. We have co-teaching in all of our grades for students with disabilities so that our students are participating with their regular peers in the regular GPS curriculum. In addition, we are excited that in the last 2 to 3 years, we have implemented over 400 or installed over 400 interactive boards, Promethean boards within our district, and document cameras, response clickers, and other technology in all of our schools. We are very excited about the partnership that we have with Valdosta State University. 4 years ago, we began the Valdosta Early College program, and currently we house 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade students on the old S.L. Mason campus on Azalea Drive. We serve 140 students within our Valdosta Early College Academy. In addition, 3 years ago, we began the Advancement via Individual Determination Program, or AVID program. This program is currently in our 9th, 10th, 11th grade at Valdosta High School, as well as in our middle schools and at Valdosta Early College. The intention of this program is to encourage students to participate in advanced level courses and encourage their enrollment in post-secondary education options. We have over 150 students that participate in the AVID program between our middle and high schools. In addition, we were excited this past year in 2011 to graduate our first class of students that participated and were candidates for the International Baccalaureate program. We were excited that of the students, the 24 candidates that graduated in May, 11 of those received the IB diploma. In addition, we are excited to offer 12 AP courses at our high school, and currently we have over 400 students participating in at least one AP course, with many of those participating in more courses, more than one course. In addition, our Career Technical and Agricultural Education Program, CTAE, serves over 1,000 students in over 13 pathways in our high school. We have extended learning opportunities provided through flexible scheduling, through fifth block, through credit recovery, and through targeted reading and math interventions being offered in our middle and high schools. In addition, we provide co-teaching in most of our mathematics and ELA courses in the middle and high school. And again, we are excited about all of the technology that we've been able to install in our middle and high school classrooms. Just to quickly go over the data, and we recognize and we want to say that we are working on improving. And if you look at all of the columns that are on the left, the bar graph, you'll see that in most areas we have trends moving in the upward direction, which this is the area where we want to be going. If you look at our data in most areas, this is our CRCT reading scores for grades 3 through 8. And in many of the grades, over 90% of our students are achieving, meeting, exceeding on the CRCT. We have some work to continue doing in 4th grade and 7th grade, but we're definitely making gains and strides in these areas. In addition, this shows our English language arts scores, and again, you can see many of the directions of the graphs are improving as we go through over the last 5 years as we've been implementing various initiatives within our district. Most exciting is our mathematics scores. Any of you that have students that are in elementary or middle school or high school mathematics know that the math curriculum is very rigorous and it's definitely different from when we were in school. We have one of the best mathematics curriculums in the nation, and we are excited that it aligns very closely to Common Core. We've made tremendous gains in math, and we have a lot of work to continue doing, but we definitely want to celebrate the gains that we have made over the last 4 years of implementation of our new curriculum. Many schools across the state of Georgia have paid a lot of attention to Georgia high school graduation tests, but as you are aware, the graduation test is being phased out and we will be transitioning to the end of course test. We are making gains with our EOCT courses, but we definitely need to continue working in this area and focus on our students' performance with the end of course test. Most exciting is our writing data. Our writing data, we have implemented in our K-5 schools a comprehensive writing program as well as in our middle and high school. In our middle and high schools, our students and teachers have been implementing Writing to Win, and you can see that we've made tremendous gains in our writing data over the last few years. This last graph shows our graduation rate, and as you know, graduation rate is calculated based on the students that graduate in May as well as summer graduates. This particular graph for 2011 only has our May graduates. That data for summer graduates doesn't come out until later in the fall. But we are excited that since 2006, we've gone from 56% of our students graduating to almost 70% of our students graduating, and we know this number will increase once our summer graduates are included. We are very excited about the gains in our graduation rate. We agree that 70% is not sufficient, but we are making strides and we are excited about those gains that we're making. On the back of your handout that you have, you will see a flyer called 9 Characteristics of High-Performing Schools. We're not going to go over this tonight, but we wanted to at least give you some information that shares what we are doing in Valdosta City Schools related to common characteristics that have been identified for high-performing schools. We believe that we are doing great things. We are excited about the work of our staff, the commitment of our board and superintendent to help continue to move us forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I never want to miss the opportunity or the chance to say how much I appreciate my staff, the teachers who teach in our school districts, the custodians who keep the buildings clean, the cooks who cook the meals for our children, and my Board of Education, who is one of the best I've ever had the opportunity to work with. But with that out of the way, we have some serious issues before us tonight that we have to discuss and talk about and consider. I want this audience to realize without any doubt that once you vote to give up your charter, Valdosta City Schools will be no more. You can't go back and change it. You can't get it again. It is gone forever. Along with that charter being gone, there's a strong tradition of academic and athletic excellence that we have in this school district. And you only have to walk down the hallways of any of our schools to see that academic excellence. You only have to visit the gym or the football field or the tennis course or the cross-country team, and you'll see the strong tradition in athletics. And my question to you in the audience is, are you ready to give that up? Is that what you really want? I know what Dr. Kaysen wants, and the answer is no. I'm not ready to give it up. It's a wrong time, wrong place, wrong atmosphere. There's a legal basis in Georgia by which you can consolidate schools. One is a 1926 statute that grants cities the right to give up their charter and no longer become a school district and merge with the county school district. There's also a 1983 revision of the state constitution which allows for consolidation of schools. However, there's major differences in these two laws. First of all, in the 1926 version, the county would have no say-so in what happens in consolidation. So you're leaving more than half of your population, voting population in this county, without a right to vote. So their right to vote has caused them to relinquish some of their civil rights. The 1983 decision, based on what our attorneys tell us, was an attempt to replace the 1926 law. It would have given the county citizens, our cohorts in the other district, the right to vote for this consolidation effort. I think it's only fair that if this is going to be an effort, that the county have a right to vote just as the city has the right to vote, because they will be the receiving school district. If it is accomplished in this manner using the 1926 law, this county will experience one of the most divisive events that has ever happened to it. I want you to pay attention to that. In addition to that, using the 1926 law, the proper planning has not been done to make this issue what it should be. In my humble opinion, QE, the group that's pushing consolidation, should have done much more planning up front. There should have been at least a 2-year planning period, and probably 3 years, before we ever attempted this. That did not take place. They did some planning on their own with very little input from school people. After all, we are the people who know how to educate children. That's not to degrade them. I appreciate their efforts, but we are, in fact, the people who know most about graduating our children and educating our children, as the things that Scarlett put up on the screen will indicate. QE has not presented any data that would show how consolidation would improve our school district or the Lowndes School District or the combined district. They just have not presented any data. They've given us some data from a system in Tennessee. They've used some things from Kentucky, but this is Georgia. This is not Tennessee, and this is not Kentucky. We should keep that in mind. There is no plan, at least one that I'm aware of, that would facilitate the consolidation process after the election if it should pass. What's going to happen to our students? How many people in our district will be laid off or lose their job because we combine the two districts? You certainly don't need 2 district office staffs, and that's been pointed out very clearly to me in the past week. At least that's what they say. However, I don't think all of those people would go home. I think some of them are good enough that they could have a job anywhere they want to go. In this process, one of the things that has not been considered at this point is the fact that new attendance lines would have to be drawn for our students. Part of the reason that QE gives for wanting to consolidate is to bring about racial equity. However, what QE is not thinking of is you don't change and you don't control where people live. So the only answer to that would be busing students from one school to another, probably for a great distance. I ask you a question again, is that something you want to happen in this district? All the districts across the United States no longer bus students because the experiment didn't work. We have great students in our district. Although some of them come from poverty, we have proven time and time and time again that we can educate those students and do it as well as any school district in the state of Georgia. When comparing statistics, you need to look at